Open. Cinematic synth swell. Slow, low drone sweep across two cars under studio lights. On the left, a sculpted Ferrari Purosangue. On the right, a low, camouflaged prototype wearing Toyota GR-Qs. Host steps into frame, smiling. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got a juicy head-to-head look at two very different takes on what a modern, V12-powered halo should be. Ferrari's lavish four-door thoroughbred, the Purosangue, and Toyota's mouthwatering, and still mysterious, GT Super Halo project. I'm walking you through the exterior design language and the color choices that define each car, so whether you're into hyper-luxury SUV performance or race-bred coupe aggression, you'll know what to look for. Start with Ferrari. The Purosangue was Ferrari's bold answer to a new segment, a four-door, four-seater that still wears the prancing horse's sporting soul. Look from any angle and you'll see Ferrari's sculptural approach. Long bonnet, muscular haunches, and surfaces that read like wind-sculpted metal. Instead of a traditional grille, it uses a floating dihedral element and clean, integrated intakes that give the nose a purposeful, aerodynamic face. The bonnet's so-called aerobridge and carefully tuned vortex generators at the rear aren't just styling, they're active aerodynamic solutions Ferrari developed in the wind tunnel to trim drag and tune downforce. That union of form and function is what makes the Purosangue look like a thoroughbred in motion, even sitting still. Ferrari's take on proportions also betrays performance intent. A mid-front engine with a transaxle layout for optimal weight distribution, tight flanks that sweep into muscular rear fenders, and a roofline that slopes with an almost coupe silhouette despite the extra doors. Details like hidden sensors, camera integration and the sweep of the rear spoiler show how Ferrari blends modern tech with classic cues. Everything is built to feel purposeful, not decorative. When it comes to colors, Ferrari plays to its heritage but with modern polish. The Purosangue is offered in the brand's familiar, emotionally charged palette, Rosso Casa and other red hues, Bianco Avis whites, deep Nero blacks, and a range of metallic grays and blues like Grigio alloy and blue Casa. These finishes are chosen to accentuate the car's volumes. Bright colors highlight the sculpted edges, while darker metallics emphasize depth and shadow. Ferrari also pairs specific wheel designs and carbon fiber trim elements to color choices, so options feel curated rather than random. If you want the drama, Rosso or Giallo, you get contrast. If you want stealth and menace, the Grays and Nero selections do that job beautifully. Now flip the page to Toyota's GT Super project, a halo that, at least for now, lives partly in speculation and spy shots. Toyota has been teasing a Halo GT car built from the GR racing lineage, and prototype examples have already appeared at events like Goodwood under camo, hinting at a low, aggressive stance and race-derived aero. Toyota's public focus has been on mixing GR's motorsport engineering with a street-legal, Halo car drama, short overhangs, wide track, and deep-cut aerodynamic elements that look ready for track duty. But Toyota has kept final details close to the vest, which only adds to the mystique. Because Toyota hasn't released a finalized production spec sheet for a GT Super V12, and some reports suggest Toyota might use different engine architectures across concepts, the visual language we're reading comes from GR design cues: an aggressive front splitter, prominent canards or vents to feed brakes and cooling, a sculpted bonnet with functional outlets, and a rear diffuser that screams downforce. The overall silhouette is much lower and more purposeful than the Purosangue's grand GT proportions. This is a race-bred coupe aesthetic translated into a road car. Think razor-edged surfacing, exposed carbon, and an emphasis on mechanical honesty rather than luxe camouflage. Color choices for the Toyota GT Super are, at this stage, mostly guesswork, but we can make an educated call from Toyota GR tradition. The GR lineup favors bold single-tone colors that read well at speed, deep Toyota racing reds, vibrant blues that echo motorsport history, and stealthy matte or gloss blacks that play up carbon bits. Toyota's showroom GR cars also sometimes include special two-tone or accent packages, a black roof, contrasting wheels, or bright brake calipers, all of which are perfect for a halo car that needs to look track-ready sitting in a hotel valet line. Until Toyota releases an official palette, expect a mix of classic racing colors and GR-specific special editions. So how do the two approaches land opposite each other? Ferrari uses color and surface to elevate presence. The Purosangue's palette and finishes are curated to underline luxury and sculptural form, with metallics and bespoke Ferrari hues matched to wheel and aero packages. Toyota, by contrast, will likely weaponize color, using bright race colors or stark contrasts to telegraph performance and engineering intent. One is couture, the other is race livery translated for the street. For your YouTube visuals, when filming the Ferrari, use slow, deliberate reveals, low tracking shots that catch reflections across the roof and the way light rolls from the bonnet into the flanks. Close-ups on the aerobridge, the vortex elements and the wheel arch creases sell sophistication. For the Toyota, favor quick, punchy cuts, wheelspin style close-ups, aggressive three-quarter shots that emphasize stance, and detail passes across carbon canards and the diffuser. In color grading, push the Ferrari toward warm, saturated tones to emphasize luxury, grade the Toyota cooler and higher contrast to sell its race intent. Wrap up with a quick viewer hook. Which look would you park in your garage, the Purosangue that dresses like a thoroughbred, or the GT Super that dresses to fight? Drop a poll, ask for color combo ideas, and tell viewers to hit like and subscribe if they want an exterior deep dive on wheels, aero and trim packages for each car. Outro. Camera pulls back, both cars shimmer under studio lights. Alright, that's the exterior and color story on two very different visions of V12 performance. If you want a follow-up, tell me which car and which color and I'll do an in-depth trim and wheel breakdown next. See you in the next one.